We're demoing the drop ceiling.
What's up, Donnie?
I got Tommy here working.
Bro, Donnie.
Now I told him not to tear this up because we needed it all. So they're trying to be easy with it. There we go. These pieces was missing out of this ceiling. We'll have to get some more and put them back. But we're getting most of it. Making a little mess. The boys are working hard at it. We'll give you some more progress videos as it goes on here. Hola.
What's up, Donnie?
How much?
Hola.
¿Cómo está?
Bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, bien.
Okay.
Let me see if I can set this up here somewhere where y'all can watch me here. Okay, here you go, y'all. This here is part of the electrical system out of these old buildings. Knob and tube, they drill a hole in the beam and stick this through it. But these are excellent knife sharpeners. You just hold it like so. Excellent. Keeps your knife razor sharp. I keep one in my pocket all the time. Y'all need to do the same if you find these old buildings. Keep these because they're good knife sharpeners. They're hard to come by nowadays too. They're working right on through it. Easing right along. We're going to take this wall out and we're going to spin it around and put it in here. That way we got a walkway basically all the way down the middle of it that we can support off of. So we're going to try to get it loose, swing it around, and see what we can do with it. We're trying to take this stuff down so we can repurpose it and use it in the back room. So we're trying to be gentle with it, or we'd have had it done. Sometimes you take your time here and you can save a little money. So we're easy taking it down. We don't go too crazy with it. We'll have to move all this stuff around again here in a little bit. Make us more room. Missed it.
Donnie's been working without me. This ceiling in this room's still low, but this was the first one we tore out, of course. We haven't got the light disconnected yet, so we can't. But we're getting it all cleared out.
Okay.
We're about to move a wall so that it'll hold up the ceiling while we cut the ceiling loose. But you can see we've got most of the tin exposed. Look how they built that crap. I mean, it's so there's a brick wall here. You see how much it sags right there? I mean, I don't really blame them because they didn't really have a way to fix it unless, you know, it's gonna be a kind of big job to fix it. But look at this damn ceiling. It's gonna be great.
Hey, you want that?
But you can see it sagging in the middle there. Now, by sagging, I don't mean it's not moving or anything. It's permanently like that. It's bowed. Because they literally just nailed the beams together. There was nothing ever, I don't believe, to support the middle. So they put up these little walls at one point to divide it into rooms. But once we get this all one big room and we get that ceiling fixed, it's going to be a nice little setup. But we're going to move this wall out there in the front, and then we'll be able to expose the center so we can get up there to the joists and see where our beam needs to be. Okay, Jaime's taking down his first piece of tin. There's a little there's an X there, like a plus sign. There was something there at some point, and he's about 9 feet in the door, and there's another one over there, the same marking. So we haven't been able to figure out what in the world that is, what it's from. He's about to take it down, so we won't know where it is anymore, but we figured I'd show where it was. It is, well, I guess that piece over there will leave up, so it's in line with that piece over there. Right in the, it's pretty much centered. So I don't know. Something was up there at some point. Some kind of wall or window or something.
Mucho agua, amigo.
Mucho agua arriba.
Sí. Water.
Check-a-lay your pinchy skull.
Oh, man.
Yeah, baby. This is the demo phase, people. Jaime, you sabe for demo?
Yeah.
Demolition's easy. See what?
This is looking at it like, oh no, I got to clean up more.
Maybe the Vibrons I eat.
Oh man. Maybe the Vibra ahí, arriba.
No, de víbora.
No Vibra? Okay.
No víbora. Ya todo, sí, no víbora.
This is what they play on the radio in South Carolina in 2020.
I hear two girls over here singing and farming. Sorry, man. This is a free country. Live like you want to live, baby. Yes, sir. There's one guy right over here singing mine, too. That's all right, brother. That's all right. You're all right, baby.
You got it right.
Check. Once I was climbing the garden wall, I slipped and had a terrible.
We're corrupting the Guatemalans.
I felt so hard, heard bells ring, but held on to my
We found this saw up in the roof. They left all kinds of tools up there. All right, it looked pretty good. Is it good?
Yeah. It's nice.
It says made in the USA. Nice little handsaw.
Michael.
Hey, look what else we found earlier. Nice pair of channel locks. Made in USA channel locks.
Well,
Hey, the only thing that be más bueno than made in USA is made in Guatemala.
made in USA.
Made in Guatemala is mucho bueno.
Es bueno.
Sí.
Guatemala es bueno.
It's sí. So that's so far what we found in the ceiling. We're hoping there'll be more. Folks, we are working on the world's biggest mess now. We done got all into it. We are exposing the beams in the middle. We have torn out the false ceiling in that area. We have torn out the false ceiling back in that area. We are making a path all the way down the middle of the building. We're taking the tin. Now we are saving the good tin, but the tin's rotted. We're getting rid of it. We're buying replacement tin anyway in some places. We're going back with the tin. So over there, we took down some of the paneling. Donnie's thinking about getting rid of all of this damn paneling. What do you think, Donnie?
Thinking about getting rid of all of it. I'm not sure yet, but we're considering it heavily.
And going back to the stucco, which would effectively turn back the clock 100 years. Wouldn't that be great? So we got a hell of a mess going on. But we can see the vision. What do you think, Donnie? Is it gonna work?
It will work.
Okay, so I'm standing up here by the front window in the very corner. We got all of the little drop ceiling down. They cleaned up everything. Starting to get one big, huge room. This is where we're going to stop for the day. We started pulling some of the paneling down because we're going to maybe go back to the plaster. It would look a lot better. We're trying not to go too crazy on it and do a bunch of really expensive work, but you know, plaster work's not that expensive. We saved all the lumber, took all the nails out of it and everything. We even saved the drop tip ceiling metal. So we're getting there. Hey, Donnie.
Yeah,
Come here.
I've seen that.
So these buildings, they've got like they're 100 years old. They've lived so many lives, it's hard to tell what the hell's going on. There is a brick wall right here behind this wood wall, but the tin ceiling doesn't have a cornice at the back because it runs right through into the back room. So they built a brick wall that they added in to split the building up. So that whole back room might have tin ceiling.
And they put 3/4 inch plywood over top of it.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's all it is. Well, they probably ruined it. Give you something to play with next week. And move it down just a little bit. There you go. That way we can see it a little better. Do that thing where it widens it. There we go. Look at that crap. The ceiling just runs right through where the wall is, but there's a brick wall there. They added a brick wall inside the building. So we assumed that was the back of the building, and then they added the back. Nope, that ain't what happened. So how old's that tin ceiling, Donnie? We were just saying, well, maybe they added the tin ceiling in the 50s. Nope. So we found a good representation of the roof scissoring here for you. So the beams go way past each other. This is about 4 feet off center. So they overlap about 8 feet, and that one has dropped about an inch on the end. Yeah, that's better like that. That one's dropped an inch on the end. But the whole thing is they're all going to have a sag in them just from time and being wet. So whenever water drips on them, you know. So we're going to jack them up in the middle and put that beam, but we might end up with both sides are bowed a little bit. But what can you do? You can't get it perfect. It's 100 years old. We're just trying to get it where it's safe. So this part back here is the same thing. That wall they added in at some point right in the middle of the tin ceiling. And you can see whenever they built this office that they already had the problem with the roof sagging. So the roof there where it's over the brick wall, of course, is flat. But once they get off, the very first beam is sagged about 4 inches. So they had to build the wall like that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We also started cutting out the air conditioning ducts and things that were up in the top. And I'll leave you with a cliffhanger. We found a wallet in the ceiling. Yeah, that's right. We found a wallet in the ceiling, and you don't believe me, so I'm gonna go show you. But I'm not gonna show you what's in the wallet. You'll have to tune in next time to see that. We found a hammer, or we found a saw. We found a set of pliers. So here's the saw. We showed that earlier. Malco. And gentleman's wallet we found on the ceiling. I'll show you what was in it next time. So yeah, we're gonna stop here for the day. We'll be back next week. It looks like we've made the world's biggest mess, but believe me folks, it was already the world's biggest mess. So leave us your comments below. Make sure to give us a thumbs up. And make sure to subscribe to us if you haven't. We're going to fix this whole building and show as much of it as we can on video. So let us know what you think so far. And we will see you next week. Thank you for watching. My brother Donnie.